Good morning children. How are you all? Hope you all are doing good. So children, in the last class we have started the lesson, the Equatorial Region DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, is it? And we have learned about the location. So where does it lies? It lies in the Equatorial region. So what do you mean by Equatorial region? The places that is around the equator latitude. So you can find the equator latitude which passes through the middle of the earth. It goes round the earth, is it? So the equator, it divides the earth into two equal parts. One is the northern hemisphere and the other is the southern hemisphere, is it? So the equator, it is a latitude, 0 degree latitude, which goes around the earth. It is in the middle of the earth. So this equator receives the direct sun rays as it is at the middle of the earth. This equatorial region receives the direct sun rays, and the regions are hot and warmer, and also it has wet climate. So which are the countries? Some of the countries which lies in this equatorial regions are Brazil, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Malaysia and Indonesia are the countries which lies in this equatorial region. So in this lesson we have learnt about the Democratic Republic of Congo. So this Democratic Republic of Congo is hot and rainy country. It is in the heart of the African continent, is it? So the equator, so you can see the equator which passes through the African country. So this is the Democratic Republic country. Okay, so this Democratic Republic of Congo. So this lies one third. Okay, one third of the Democratic DRC lies in the northern hemisphere, and 2/3 of the country lies in the southern hemispheres. Okay, so both the sides, the equator, both the sides, this country is located. So towards the north it has Central African Republic and Sudan, and towards the east it has Uganda, Rwanda and Burundi, and towards the west it has Republic of Congo. So these are the places which are around the DRC. So the country was earlier known as Belgian colony when it was under the European country of Belgium as a colony. So this was under the country was under the Belgium, the European country Belgium. So it was known as Belgian Congo. Later in the year 1960, this country got independence and it was named as Republic of Congo. Okay. In 1971, again it was renamed as the Republic of Zaire. And in 1977, the country was renamed as Democratic Republic of Congo in the year 1977. So this country is the third largest country after Sudan and Algeria. Okay, after Sudan and Algeria, it is the third largest country. Kinshasa is the capital of Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay, so the second largest river, okay, it flows through this country. It is the Congo Zaire. So Congo Zaire is the second longest river in Africa after Nile. So we also learned about the climatic conditions, as this is in the equatorial region. This region receives the direct sun rays. So this region will be always hot and wet. Okay, so during the daytime the temperature rises heavily. Okay, the temperature rises heavily. So due to this, the evaporation of water due to temperature high, due to the rise of the temperature, it makes the humidity very high. So what happens by the noon? Okay, by the noon, dark clouds are formed, and by the afternoon at around 4 p.m. the rain falls heavily. So this happens every day throughout the year. Okay, as the temperature is very high in the morning, it makes the evaporation of water due to the temperature rises. It makes the humidity very high. So by noon So there is no difference between the summer and winter, and the days and nights are all equal. So next we'll move on to the vegetation. Okay, vegetation. So plants here grow very fast due to the wet climate. Okay, plants they grow very fast. More than half of the total area of DRC is covered with dense forest. Okay, so the half of the area of this DRC is covered with dense forest because plants grow very fast here due to the wet climatic condition. Okay, so most of the areas of DRC is covered with dense forest. Evergreen trees which bear leaves throughout the year. So most of the trees are evergreen which bear the leaves throughout the year. And such as the trees which are here as ebony, mahogany and teak grow here. Okay, so the trees which are grown here, it is ebony, mahogany and teak. Most of these trees are tall and form a canopy of leaves. Okay, so most of these trees are tall and they form a canopy. Canopy is it is a cover like roof. So it is a very broad. So these trees grow very tall and these trees make a canopy. Okay, it is a roof like and of leaves at the top. Even the rays of the sun cannot get through the thick leaves. Okay, so these trees are very tall and they form the canopy of leaves at the top. Even the sun rays cannot penetrate through these leaves. Okay, so these are very thick leaves. They form a canopy. It is a roof like. Okay, so it is very difficult to the sun rays to penetrate through it. Okay, so the trees are very tall and the leaves, okay, they are evergreen trees, okay, which bear the leaves throughout the year. Even the sun rays cannot get through the thick leaves. So this makes the land dark and damp. So this, okay, as this trees make a canopy of leaves at the top, this makes the land, okay, this makes the land dark and damp. Damp means it is slightly wet because the sun rays cannot penetrate through these leaves as it is shredded in a canopy. Okay, the thick leaves are shredded. Even the sun rays cannot penetrate through it. So these trees makes the land dark and damp. Okay, so damp means it is slightly wet. The land will be wet because this land will not get the sun rays. So the tree's leaves are covered like a canopy. Okay, so there is no season during which these trees shed their leaves and are thus called evergreen trees. So there is no season where the trees or the leaves of these trees are shredded. So it is called as evergreen trees always which bear the leaves throughout the year. So where in the southern part the climate in the southern part it is hot and wet. The vegetation is different. Instead of dense forests, there are grasslands with the short leaves. Okay, so in the southern part of the DRC, the southern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the climate is not hot and wet. Okay, so the climate is not hot and wet because it doesn't get the more rainfall. So the vegetation is different here. Okay, the vegetation is different here. Instead of dense forests, they have grasslands. The short trees, okay, with short trees, such type of vegetation is called savannas. Okay, so in the southern part of DRC, the climatic condition is different and they do not have dense forest. Instead, they have a grassland with short trees. So this type of vegetation are called as savanna. Next, we'll see about the wildlife. So large variety of wildlife is found in the forest and savannas of DRC. As this region has dense forest and also the savannas, a large number of varieties of wildlife are found here. So most of the animals are tree dwellers. So most of the animals of this region are tree dwellers. The animals which lives in trees. Okay, such animals are like gorillas, monkeys, chimpanzees and baboons. And also animals are found in the forest regions like lions, zebras, giraffes, hippopotamus, rhinoceros, elephants, buffaloes. So these are some of the animals which are found in the dense forest. Also in the rivers also they have water animals. The lakes are full of crocodiles, alligators and fish. And also there are different types of snakes are also found here. Birds like parrots, okay, flamingos, cuckoos, sunbirds, herons and plovers are also found here. And among the insects is found there is a dangerous insect called tsetse. Okay, tsetse is a fly which causes sleeping sickness. So this is a dreadful insect which causes sleeping sickness. Okay, so if this insect bite means it causes this is called a sleeping sickness. So this is a dangerous insect. It is tsetse. Okay, so these are the wildlife which are found in this region. So next we'll go to the natural resources. So DRC is very rich in minerals. Okay, very rich in minerals such as cobalt, copper, diamonds, uranium and coal. So it has the largest reserve of cobalt in the world. So cobalt is also a metal, a mineral. Okay, so this DRC is the largest reserve of cobalt in the world. Most of the minerals are exported from here. The money which they get from the exporting, okay, from exports is used for the development schemes of for providing the people. Okay, the money which they get by exporting these minerals and metals, they use it for the development and for providing the facilities to the people. Okay, so these money are used for providing facilities to the people. So like this, recently a number of dams have also been built to produce electricity. Okay, so many dams are also being produced to has also been built to produce electricity. So this was about the natural resources. Occupation. So we'll see what is the occupation of the people living in this DRC region. So main occupation is agriculture and mining are the occupation, as this region is very rich in the mineral resources. Both agriculture and mining is the main occupation of the people here. So the main food crops grown are cassava, maize, millet and vegetables. So cassava, it is a root crop from which the powder of this cassava is used to make bread in their staple food. Okay. Coffee, cocoa, rubber and cotton are also mostly grown here and they are also exported from this region. So next is transport. So main transport, it is rail and road. So as this region is covered with dense forest, it is difficult to make a road also here. Okay, so the dense forest covering most of the country make it difficult for roads and railways lines to be built. Okay, so they mainly use water transport. So the river Congo and its tributaries serve as waterways. Okay, so this region, as this region is covered with heavy, thick, dense forest, it is difficult to build roads and railways. Then too, they have the roads and railways, but it is difficult to build the roads and railways. Water transport, okay, they use the river Congo and its tributaries serve as waterways transportation of goods and people also. So the air transport is fast becoming popular there. Okay. So now we'll see the people, how the people in this DRC region. So this DRC is thinly populated country. Okay. The population is very low here. Its people are called Congolese. The people of DRC are called as Congolese. There are over 200 African ethnic groups, of which the majority are Bantus and Pygmies. So these are the two form of group, the people. The people of this DRC are called as Congolese. Okay, the Bantus and the Pygmies are the two ethnic groups of this African. The Bantus live mostly in villages. Okay, Bantus mostly live in villages. They are tall Negroes hair. Okay, so the people of Bantus are tall and they have curly hairs. They follow traditional lifestyles. They enjoy music and dance. Agriculture and mining are the main occupations. So this is about the Bantus. So the Bantus group, the people are tall and with the curly hairs. Okay. Next it is, so these Bantus mainly they live in villages. So the next it is the Pygmies. Pygmies, the original inhabitants of the Congo region, are the shortest people in the world. Okay, the Pygmies, they are the original inhabitants of the Congo region and they are the shortest people in the world, measuring less than 150 centimeter in height. Okay, so these people, the Pygmies are the people living in this group are the shortest people in the world, measuring only 150 centimeter in height. So they live in huts made of palm leaves, bamboos and move about in search of food. So they are mainly nomads. Okay, they move in search of food. Okay, so they live in a hut. They still lead a primitive life. Primitive life means early age people. Okay, the early age people, how they used to live, they hardly wear any clothes. They hunt for food with bows and arrows. So these people, the pygmy groups of people, live a primitive group. Okay, primitive life. Primitive life means how the early age people were living. They hardly wear clothes and they hunt animals with bow and arrow for their food. So due to harsh climate, people of this region often suffer from many dreadful diseases like sleeping sickness caused by the tsetse flame, malaria, yellow fever, cholera, smallpox and typhoid. So these are the diseases which affect the people, which causes the people dreadful diseases. The sleeping sickness, it is caused by the fly tsetse. So there are about 242 languages spoken in DRC. 242 languages. Okay, 242 languages spoken in Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. But out of these, only Kikongo, Lingala, Shilumba and Swahili have the status of national languages. Only these, not all 242 have the national languages, status of national languages. Only Kikongo, Lingala, Shilumba and Swahili have the status of national languages and French is the official language. Okay, French is the official language of this country. Okay, so children, this was about the people of the DRC. So here I have completed the explanation part of the equatorial region DRC. So in this lesson we have learned about the country Democratic Republic of Congo and what are the climatic conditions, the vegetation, about the wildlife, is it, and the natural resource and the people living in the DRC. DRC means Democratic Republic of Congo. So children, now we are going to complete the textbook exercise. So everyone open your textbook exercise. Now we are going to complete the exercise part of this lesson. Okay. So be ready with your textbook. So children, everyone open your textbook, page number 228. Okay, page number 228. 228. So in that A main, tick the correct option. So the first question, the capital city of the Democratic Republic of Congo is Kinshasa, Matadi, Livingstone. So which is the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo? Kinshasa. So the A main first answer is option A, Kinshasa. Tick option A. Kinshasa is the capital of Democratic Republic of Congo. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is the dash largest country in Africa. Second, third, fourth. So the Democratic Republic of Congo, it is the third largest country in Africa. So the second answer is option B. Tick option B. Okay, so the Democratic Republic of Congo is the third largest country in Africa. Third one, in DRC, the equator passes through the dash of the country. Center, southern part, northern part. So it passes through the northern part of the country. The third answer is option C, northern part. Okay, in DRC, the equator passes through the northern part of the country. Fourth one, of which European country was DRC a colony? So DRC was a colony of which European country? Belgium, England, Spain. Belgium, is it? The fourth answer is option A, Belgium. Tick option A, okay. So of which European country was DRC a colony? It is Belgium. Fifth one, the country has about 65% of the world's total reserve of coal, forest, cobalt. It has total world's 65% of cobalt. So the fifth one is option C. Tick option C. Okay. The country has about 65% of the world's total reserve cobalt. So next we will fill in the blanks. Okay, so next we will move on to B main. B main, fill in the blanks. The first question, the Democratic Republic of the Congo was ruled by dash until it got independence in 1960. It was ruled by European country, is it? So write down the first answer, European country. European, European country. European, European country. Country. European country. So the next, dash is the staple food of the people of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So which is the staple food? It is cassava. The second answer, Cassava. Cassava, it is a root crop. Okay, so it is a cassava is the staple food of the people of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The third one, the dash are believed to be the original inhabitants of the Congo region. So which they had two groups, is it? The two group of people. So which group, okay, which are believed to be the original inhabitants of the Congo? It is the Pygmies. Third one, the Pygmies. 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 Fourth one, dash is the official language of DRC. So which is the official language? French. Right. So write down the sixth one, evergreen. 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 Forests that remain green throughout the year are called evergreen. So now we move on to the C mean, true or false. Okay, C mean, write T for true and F for false statement. So the first question, it rains almost every day in the tropical rainforest of DRC. Yes, it is true. So it rains almost every day, right? So the answer is true. Write down T. Second one, savannas are grasslands. Yes, savannas are grasslands with short trees. So even the second statement is true. Third one, DRC exports most of its minerals. Yes, so DRC exports most of its minerals, and the money which they get from these exporting, they use it for the development of the people in this region, is it? So they export most of its minerals, it is true. And the fourth one, pygmies settle down in villages and grow crops. No, these pygmies, they go in search of food, is it? They never grow crops. So these pygmies settle down in villages and grow crops. No, it is false. The fourth answer is false. Fifth one, the Democratic Republic of Congo is located in South America. No, this is located in Africa. So the fifth answer is false. Okay children, so here we have completed and answered the following we are going to write in the classroom. So all the three means, A mean tick the correct option, B mean fill in the blanks, C mean true or false. So all the three means complete in your textbook neatly. Okay, all the three means. So children, I am going to end the session now. Okay, write down all the exercises in your textbook neatly. Okay children, thank you.